Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel, Govind English Teacher. Today I feel very happy to interact with you, and I think we had a small video regarding communication skills and English fluency. I think a couple of weeks back or 1 month back, I think. And now we are again and coming to the same platform and sharing our experience regarding English communication, spoken English, nicer. And I think you have been doing your YouTube videos for a long time. I think you might have a lot of experience regarding English communications and fluency, everything. Now, General, I would like to ask some questions regarding English communication skills and very, very relevant to the new learners. Okay, now my first question is, and I have taken some questions, are just could you suggest some effective techniques to enhance one's English speaking skills?
Okay, so
Yeah.
effective techniques. First of all, if we just about to start our English speaking journey, so one thing we should be always keeping inside in our mind, that is we should be very simple, right? We don't need anything fancy, or we don't need to show up anyone. First of all, one thing that should be very clear inside in our mind. Second thing is that try to connect with people as much as it is possible, because early those days I used to think that if I connect with people in English, then it would be very difficult for me to communicate. I know that it is difficult for a beginner to communicate with anyone, those who are already have started their journey, but at least the more we talk, not only we can develop our English, also we can develop our connection with that person, and we can build a strong good relationship, because at the end all about building a good relationship, a creation of network, this is matters a lot, right? So the second things, and one more thing that we need to talk, as I mentioned, and the second thing is that we need to do other activities side by side, like listening, reading, and to understand different structure. I think when we read loudly, we get to know about the sentence structure, we get to know about that how sentence are written over there. So these are the some things I think everyone should be focusing on in their beginning stage also.
Yes, sir. For this purpose, we have to make friends with like-minded people, and where we can share, where we can aware everything regarding. We can by sharing our ideas. It is also one type of enhancement of fluency, and we can talk freely, no problem. Okay, sir. Thank you for your good answer for the question. The second question is, sir. So, what strategies can I use to expand my vocabulary and use more diverse words in communication or common conversations? Because to communicate anything, converse anything, we need some vocabulary. How one can develop vocabulary, word for word. So word for word is word for word. Without words, we can't express our feelings, or opinion, ideas. So words are important. How the basic words can be improved? How can one learn? How can develop vocabulary? And how to use the vocabulary to improve our communication skills? Please.
Sure. Definitely. One thing that I always feel about vocabulary is that it depends on the person's current situation, right? So definitely, if any person recently want to start their English communication journey, they need to focus on the basic words that is commonly used while speaking English. And second thing is that while we are talking about intermediate speakers, those who have been speaking, let's say, for example, more than 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, or whatever it is, or at least they can speak basic English. So for them, they are understanding, or they are if they want to build a vocabulary, so they need to choose the relevant field. Like one thing I can give you an example, that is I am from finance background, so I learn all related things like finance, taxation. So there are some specific vocabularies that is used in business corporate world, right? So that vocabulary is very much relevant for me, so that I can effectively communicate with my seniors, with my colleagues in the business corporate world. So for a person who is from IT background, they need to learn some different vocabularies related to that. So it's
Yes.
all about related field and understanding about their particular lectures or any particular concept videos that are available on YouTube. Based on that, they can learn also. And best source is that some written format also is a good source. Written format, I think, written formats, like I'm especially talking about some like newspaper, and especially some journals also that are published in their particular relevant field. So let's say, for example, some financial newspapers are also there, some financial books are also there, that is very relevant for me to understand about the finance concept, and also to actually learn different vocabularies that are relevant for that matter. So it based on that particular like a situation of the person. On the basis of that, they can work that. Yes.
Nice, sir. That means in the juncture, you have to develop the classified vocabulary, you know. And the third question, sir, how can I work on my pronunciation to sound more natural when speaking English?
Hmm. I think, first thing, as I always think about is that pronunciation is that we should be very clear about what is our objective. Let's say, for example, why we want to learn English, right? So if our objective is to communicate effectively, work like sometimes it is really very much important to learn about different accent and pronunciation in order to sound better. Like so
Yeah.
that if you are dealing with clients in a business, so if they are from international clients, so definitely you need to sound like a in such a manner that they can also understand. So for that manner, we need to work on that. But if we are a beginner, then we need to be very natural about that. And we can start with basic. And if we already reach, like already spend some times, like 6 months, 7 months, then we can focus on some relevant factors like some good pronunciation habits that we can develop so that we can sound more natural or more effective. Especially I think it's all about the effectiveness that is showing that yes, it is good for us and we can actually make other people understand that what we want to say, sir. Yes.
Yes, nice response, sir. The fourth question is, can you recommend any resources like books or websites that could aid my language learning journey?
Hmm. Sure. I think books, especially, I think there are so many online platforms like for books that are available for free of cost and depends on the interest of every single person. Like suppose, let's say, for example, person is having interest in different like thriller or any particular romance or whatever it is. So based on their relevance interest, so they can choose and go for that. I think specifically if I talk about resources, then there are some application they are providing good speaking partners. So we need to find out that what is good for us and we need to take experience. Like let's say for example, we are talking in suppose one platform for let's say for example 2 months and we are finding that this platform is not good, then we need to change it. But I think we should not be expecting everything from particular one website. So there are multiple websites. We need to check it out where we need to be updated with the frequent updates that are coming from any websites and all of these things and the free resources that are available. Yes.
Yes, next question, sir. What are some ways I can practice listening and understanding different accents in English? Because there are two accents generally, British English and American English. So my question is, what are some ways can I practice listening and understanding different accents in English? How can I develop my accent? Accent is very important, no? Because the language changes for every 20 miles, our accent, that's what we call dialects. So English is more dialects when you compare to our mother tongue. So how one can enhance the power of accent, Yeah.
Sure. I think first objective for us should be to understand the requirement of us. Let's say, for example, we are going in an office. So, and we have to deal frequently with the foreign clients. Then understanding their accent is very important. People say
Yes.
that accent is not that much relevant, but understanding accent is the first and foremost priority to understand what they are saying, because we may know English, but if we do not understand that what the opposite person, like let's say for example American or British is saying, then we cannot deal with them, right? So to understand their accent, we need to frequently use some resources, like we can actually watch some videos, especially their videos, like where we can understand their accent. If we need, really we need, then only we can continue that. Second thing is coming that like a saying and actually following that accent. So for following that accent, we need to practice accent, right? We need to speak in such a manner and we need to copy them at least. But first and foremost priority for us should be to understand their accent. To understand their accent, I think in weekend we can watch some Hollywood movies,
Yes,
or
yes.
there are many videos are available, like they are like from foreign countries and they are providing good resources even for YouTube also for learning video editing. I am watching some foreign creators, so from them I am learning their accent. So yes, it is as simple as that. No need to worry about all of these things.
Yes, sir. Next question. Very good, sir. And how can improve my grammar and sentence structure to communicate more clearly, more effectively, more efficiently, more effortlessly?
I think for, sir, grammar and sentence structure, first and foremost recommendation I think I always follow is that if you follow your basic sentence structure while reading, so you develop you develop an understanding that how actually any particular sentence is written, and when you speak it loudly, you actually speak it, that particular sentence. And the second thing is that by understanding some grammars, basically I can say that tenses, and very no need to go for joining, splitting. I know that there are some grammar rules I used to do in my class. I think while I was in school standard, I used to do, and I was very bad at that. But I think in speaking, normal grammars, like you can say tense and voice tense, is more than enough. No need to go for like depth grammar like joining. Yes, but one thing, that if that particular student is going for any examination where grammar is required, then they should go for that. Obviously this is the his or her personal requirement, so definitely.
Yes,
But
yes,
if anyone is like just
yes.
only to communicate, then we can go with basic grammar, you can say.
Because if we deep into go into the grammar, no, grammarians are not always good speakers because the grammar rules and regulations, they may hinder, they may break and stop us, shake us. That is the, and we should not go depth, that much depth to grammar, because sometimes it makes us break, That's okay. Then done, sir.
Yes, yes.
Sir, are there any specific activities or exercises you would recommend to practice speaking English outside of the classroom? Yeah, many people they learn English from the classroom, but are there any methods as to learn outside the classroom? Yeah.
Sure, obviously there are methods, right? So I think only when we go to the classroom, we create an environment of English speaking, right? Still, let's say for example, any student is going their office, so they are getting an environment. Apart from that, when you come to your home, what are the other activities that we do? So that matters. So let's say for example, we are thinking something, or we are reading something, we are doing something, we are enhancing our skill. So I especially think that when we do all other activities that can enhance our productivity in English, then it is always an exercise apart from our classroom. Let's say for a student, it is very easy to do that. I do not know about business professionals or teachers and all of this, because I am a student, so I can give you all of this example related to a
Yeah.
student. That for a student it is very easy. Why? Because when we go for a classroom, then we get an environment. After coming from that, if we want to learn any particular skill, let's say for example any soft skill we want to learn, like any particular software we want to learn, then we can go on YouTube and we can search that, and English videos are available. Like those speaker who are telling, they are speaking everything, they are making us understand about that software in English. So to, and one hand we are learning that course, and other hand we are understanding English. So both these things is done in a particular single time. So definitely these are the activities we can do, sir. And for student it is very easy to do other activities, other exercise that is in English also. Yes.
Oh, thank you, Ross. Final question. Now you told that you are a student, yeah, but you are speaking very confidently, very effectively. So how did you learn, and what are the suggestions that you are going to give the new learners? Yeah.
Hmm. I think everything is one side, and talking with people and making relationship is one side. If you communicate with people with this positive smile, and also to at least say, if I am struggling with my speaking, but saying that person that could you don't mind, could you talk with me, or just we can discuss. You need to take a step to talk with someone, then definitely you will feel more confident to talk with someone else. So I think it's at the end of the day, everything we have to do. And apart from that, we need to take a courage to talk with people and say them that yes, I may make mistake, but you can correct me. And but I want to really want to talk with you. And it would be beautiful conversation if I talk with you. I will be trying my best. So I think I always try to have that positivity, and that is motivating me for my journey also. And I just want to continue it also, sir.
Nice. Thank you for your experience and sharing your experience and sparing time and you ignited new learners and you inspired. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ross, for coming to my live session and giving your experiences, sharing your experiences. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Okay, bye bye.